this is Chris Smith for the Guardian Media Network. I'm at the MEF CEO Summit. I'm with Michael and Gertjan from Rabobank and MyOrder. So, guys, give us your 1 minute elevator pitch for what Rabobank and MyOrder are doing in the mobile space.
Well, you know, the thing is that what we're trying to do at Rabobank is we're trying to connect consumers and retailers. We want to do that by providing value-added services. It's not just about the transaction in mobile payments. It's about the information around the transaction, and then on top of that offering services like couponing, like ticketing, like parking, these kind of things like loyalty. And that makes it relevant for the consumer to use that, and then, you know, it's truly changing the customer experience. And that's what we're trying to do with MyOrder. That's why we bought the company. It's basically 24/7 buying and selling. We want to make it effortless. We want to make it very, very easy. We want to make it fun. How can you make banking fun? Well, we think we can do that with MyOrder.
Yeah, cool. So, Gertjan, we were talking about the question of mobile payments and mobile commerce, and the complexity of building apps on the whole range of platforms. So Android is fragmented. There's HTML5 which is on the way. iOS is very well established, and there's lots of new players in the market. As the CTO, what's on your mind when you're developing products?
Well, at this moment, we want to deliver the best user experience, and at this moment, I think native apps are the way to go. HTML5 is not snappy enough yet, but in the future, I think we will all be moving to HTML5 because it's much easier to make apps and to deliver once and deploy many.
Right. So, give me an idea. This is a question for both of you of the scale of which we're talking. So, where are you guys at now? You're based in the Netherlands right now, but you want to conquer the world. What kind of scale and what time scale as well are we looking at in the mobile payment space and yourselves?
Well, you know, I use the motto, you know, start small, think big, and scale fast. And that's basically what we want to achieve with MyOrder. We just acquired the company just 2 weeks ago. We have big plans in this. You know, it's all word of mouth. It's all about marketing. What we're going to do, we're going to focus on the 4 largest cities in the Netherlands at first. Then we want to complete what we call the ecosystem for the consumer, and then we move on. And once we've built a track record, once we were able to tell successful stories, then we're ready to, you know, to take this any other country. I mean, if you look at Rabo specifically, Rabo is present in many different countries. And, you know, for example, in the US and California, we have 200 branches, and we're a consumer bank, we're a retail bank. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to sell this in the US. But our prime focus at the moment is making this a success in the 4 largest cities in the Netherlands. That's our first focus, first start.
And in the Netherlands right now we have MyOrder running at 4,000 locations already, but it's not relevant enough. So in our marketing strategy we are focusing right now on target cities like Amsterdam and Utrecht. And we would like to connect as many retailers as possible, of course.
So the arrival of 4G and LTE, is that a big plus for the mobile banking and mobile commerce industry? Do you think is that the accelerator which, you know, startups like yours are looking for?
I think it will make things easy. I mean, as soon as you have 4G and LTE, you could use HTML5, for example, to make your app snappy. So I think that's a warm welcome. I think it would be a warm welcome.
Absolutely.
One last question I was thinking about. There's lots of high-profile competitors in this space, and obviously you're one of them. There's Square, and there's lots of independent sort of banking apps. What does it take to be competitive in this space, and how do you approach it in your unique way?
Yeah, you know, Gertjan will comment as well. I think in the combination we're unique. That's what I mentioned before as well. There's no other company that has this full e-commerce ecosystem now complete, and we're going to be the first one to do that. So that makes it unique. That's one. But secondly, yes, there are a lot of competitors. But we believe in a collaborative model. We can definitely work, together with some of these players as well. And yes, Google launched their Google Wallet in the US. They're looking at Europe, but we don't know when they will come to the Netherlands. And at this moment, people are just asking for this service. We have consumers that need this service, so we're going to provide it. We don't think that the Apples and the Googles will be able to have the same dedicated focus as we have, and I'm talking about the Netherlands now, but this is the same for other countries as well.
So we also have in our strategy a very strong focus on small, medium enterprises who don't have the technology power, who don't have the marketing power to reach their customers and to really accelerate on m-commerce. I mean, we also offered our solution as a white label solution to bigger brands. That's no problem. But we also would like to help the small, medium enterprises on accelerating on m-commerce.
So I think there's a question around the small and medium-sized enterprises, because there's lots of research which says small and medium-sized enterprises have hardly even got a mobile website. So what?
Exactly.
What gives you guys hope that they'll jump feet first into mobile commerce?
We already do.
Yeah.
And we connect with them in a different way than all the other companies. I mean, what we did is we made a direct connection from the app to their cash register system. So if they change the price for the beer, it's immediately changed within the app. So they already can with one click on the cash register system, they can give the menu to our MyOrder platform.
Okay. I mean, there are huge benefits for these local shop owners. Huge benefits. And the funny thing is, if you speak to them without any technical knowledge, they immediately understand that this is going to work. This is going to help them drive traffic to their stores. So, and for them, it's important how they constantly ask themselves, how do I cross this bridge between this online world and the brick and mortar, the offline world? And we're saying, okay, we can be that connection. Yeah. We will help you with that. Yeah. And that's the role we want to play.
So my question next is to ask, there's been a lot of hype around NFC and what that means for the mobile business and the wider sort of payments business. Will it be in the iPhone 5? We don't know yet, but we'll figure it out tomorrow. So how does NFC sort of figure in your business plan?
Shall I? I mean, NFC is seen as sort of the holy grail, right? People talk about mobile payments, they always refer to NFC technology. They often refer to that. And we are saying, the smartphone will have an impact on the customer experience, definitely. And we'll help it to change it, to improve it. But it's not going to be purely NFC. We believe that it's going to be a mix of remote, what you can do in apps, where you can truly have a new experience. For example, if the smartphone becomes the cash register, you can already think about a totally different experience when you go to shop. But in a combination, this could truly work. I mean, a nice example is what we did here at the Olympics. Maybe, Gertjan, you can talk about that, what we did with NFC.
Yeah, I think in high traffic areas, NFC makes sense. I mean, if you're traveling with public transport or you are visiting an event, then NFC certainly makes sense. But we think that with remote payments you can have a completely different, much richer user experience. So during the Olympics, Rabobank supplied the Holland Heineken House with a payment system, and we used NFC there. We gave the visitors a card, and it was possible to pay with a card within a split second. But it was also possible to rip off a sticker, put it in your phone and pay with your phone. And we also came up with an app that you could use for topping up the amount. So in that environment, NFC made sense. But we doubt that NFC is a natural step on the payment card that we are carrying today.
So it might be one. It might not just be NFC or sort of wallet and app type transactions. It's going to be a mixture of both.
It needs to work in a combination, because then it becomes relevant for the consumer. Then it will change the experience that you will have. Yeah. I mean, we gave you an example of buying a parking ticket. So if you have a queue in front of a parking machine to buy a parking ticket, is NFC truly going to change that experience? It's going to make it a little bit faster, yeah, sure. But it's not going to truly change it. If you do it remotely in an app, for example, within your car, you're done. You park within the app, you pay within the app, and you're finished. You don't need to queue up anymore. That's a totally different experience. So NFC is, it improves part of it, but it doesn't change it.
And it will not necessarily be used for payments. I mean, I can imagine that you already place your order and paid for it, and then you come and collect your order by presenting your NFC phone to prove that you already paid for it.
Yeah.
So my question is, we know that the technology is there, or it's getting there. It needs we really need something quite sort of easy to use. That's the real barrier for a real change in people's opinions and the way that they behave, right? So how are we going to get this ease of use? How is it going to be really easy for consumers to adopt it, do you think?
That's a very difficult question. I think it's trial and error. But at least what we tried is we have developed a new skin for MyOrder, which is basically a wallet, which can inspire people. You can find the locations where you can use your phone for payment, where you can track your interesting offers and coupons. But I think it's all about the user experience. If you can give the best user experience within the app, it will make the app relevant, and you can put enough content within the app. People will use the app.
Don't put too many steps in there. Just make that as easy as possible. If you download the app, the onboarding should be quick, should be fast. Exactly. If you order and pay, for example, drinks within the app, it should be quick. Not too many steps. That's our prime focus, to make it as easy as possible. We always say, how can we make banking fun? Which is a very difficult question, because probably many people don't think banking is fun. But we believe there are ways to make it more fun. And that's what we're trying to achieve.
Thank you very much.